Oh my.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Strongman Winner Circle podcast with my co-host, Anthony Furman, and we have another special Supercast episode. So let us introduce you to the panel. First, we have world's strongest American 105 kilo, Dan Hughes. We have Justin, not just a boy, Loy.
Hi.
We have Mr. Jordan Donaldson, and then soon coming is Terry Rady if he shows up. And that is our panel.
So before we get into this too much, I just want to boo all of us for deciding to do this again. Boo. That's it.
It was your idea.
Was it my idea?
It was like, such a successful.
Oh well, boo me then.
Successful mishap, so that we had to do it again.
Very successful mishap. It wasn't a mishap. I told you it was gold. Last time was gold, Candy. You don't understand Hollywood like I do.
When
it was a
when's
happy
the
accident.
uncut version being released?
It's
never.
However,
when we regress as a society back to 1940, that's when.
It took some time to edit it, so if we don't have to do too much editing, that would be terrific. But we have 3 finalists here, so let's start with Dan. Since Dan did the best out of the 3. Dan, how do you feel about your performance 1 month later?
I wish I was better at stones. I think I was better. I'm
laughing at Jordan. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I said that in my interview immediately following with Brittany, but like I was tied going into first, or I was tied for first going into stones, and it sucked because I knew, especially going against Matt and Isaac on stones, I knew they were going to beat me. And that sounds like a defeatist attitude, but I mean, for lots of reasons I could list out, mostly like a mental block with stones, because that's how I hurt my back. I just hadn't, stone training had not been good at all. It's not like I ignored it. I wasn't just skipping it for the sake of skipping it, but it wasn't going well at all.
All right. So what did you hit in training?
I mean, I hit reps with 365, I think, but I never did. I didn't even get to the point where I was doing like a full AMRAP. I think most of my training was to 52 inches, which I can't remember the height we did. So it wasn't the height or anything. It was just, I think it was maybe the stamina, a little bit of it. But I think
it's probably the biggest thing. I think it's okay. It's not defeatist if it's rooted in realism. You know yourself, you know your capabilities, right?
Like, I think I even said it going into, I don't know if I said it to a lot of people. I definitely said it to my wife. I was like, I have to be absolutely amazing in the first 4 events because I just know I'm not, like, my stone's not good enough. I knew I wasn't going to zero it. Like, that wasn't an issue. I knew I wasn't going to win stones.
I think at this point in your career, it's not the best deciding event for you. Like,
no, it's not.
That's what it is, And it's funny. I don't think I said it on air, but I remember all the point stuff, and with stones left, I was like, fuck. For you. I think I said to Laws, I was like, Laws, man, Dan's probably not going to win this.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that, and so I was kind of just battling for second, especially when they said, because I'm not a gamer in the sense that I never want to know what the points are. That doesn't matter to me. I know what my strengths are. I know the events that I should win against whoever I'm competing against, and which events I need to just like do my best, but not completely exhaust myself.
Did you go through that cartoon effect just now? Is that Jordan? Is that you?
I muted him, so for now.
But yeah, when they said I was tied for first, because I thought maybe, without knowing any of the scores, just knowing what I did, I thought maybe I was first outright, and I was like, well, I think I could at least save second.
Yeah.
Then when they said I was tied for first, because they tricked me when we did the order for stones, they didn't say Isaac's name, but I didn't catch that. They just said my name last. Yeah. And I was like, yes. And then they're like, oh wait, no, actually Dan and Isaac are at the same points, and I was like, damn it.
How many reps did you end up hitting on the stone?
I think it was 9. I don't think I got double digits.
It was way more than I thought. You did really well on it.
Only 4 off from the winner. So
it was 8 or 9. It was just shy of double digits.
Yeah, you did really well on it.
Not too shabby. But Justin, tell us about your clash experience. How are you feeling 1 month later?
Fine. I've just been chilling, trying to get my body fixed and stuff. So, all in all, I mean, it was okay. I definitely have had a bunch of nagging injuries that came through and really showed out, especially in the finals. But I think I got 10 reps on the stone, which I was impressed with and kind of mad at because Bob just kept going and I wanted him to stop so I could stop.
That was so fun to watch, Bob and Mike. It was fun to watch everyone they went against. That was the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got an instant replay of eating shit with the frame.
Yo, they put that on there live. You know how bad I wanted to just die laughing on air? Because I was expecting them to show like the awesome finish on the other side, but nope, it was Justin.
Yep.
So I had the hardest job. I couldn't laugh. So that's I vote myself the hardest worker of Clash.
The hardest worker in the room any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Uh,
Are we gonna let Jordan talk?
Yeah, Jordan's good to go. Go ahead, Jordan. How do you feel? You made it to the finals. You showed them who's boss. But tell us.
Them.
Yeah, I made it to the finals by intense bucket hold to take second place in my heat. Finals, I'm kind of like Justin there too. A lot of nagging injuries came up. My back was completely shot. 1 month away, I just now started working out again. So this is the first back. I was pretty trashed.
Also, say what you want about the bucket hold, mister. That destroyed people almost as much as the fucking squat did.
I love the bucket hold.
That killed everybody. The minute they found out they had to hold buckets, everyone just fucking face planted the lack of morale.
So, in case the bucket hold comes again, what's the secret to the bucket hold, Jordan?
Oh, I have a secret. It doesn't matter. We're not doing it again.
I wanted a great log.
Yeah, no, that would have been too much. I have a new tiebreaker though. That's going to be a universal tiebreaker across all Clash.
The game.
What?
Is it a game of ping pong?
No, man, it's Denny Stones.
Because if I have to play Jeff in ping pong.
oh, those are retarded. Sorry, I can't say retarded. But
damn it, Camby, you got to cut this.
No, it's
sorry.
This bigot's words out of here.
No, you can say it.
He
Remember,
apologized. It's okay.
it's an okay word.
It
got
is.
Why don't you like the Denny Stone, Justin?
I don't know. Probably because I'm not good at it, but also
How would you know?
because I'm not gonna do it to find out.
Would it be
That's the point. It's an event on it's an event that most people can't train. So if it's tiebreaker, it's even across the board.
I don't like it.
I like it. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
All right, but Dan already started on it. But Clash regrets. I know, Dan, you said you wish you had a better stone, but what regrets you guys had after, during, before? I can go. I can tell you a little bit about mine, but I'll wait till you guys go.
I'll go first. Trying to squat for a minute from the bottom with 600 pounds, not a good idea. Dan did the same thing, and we both talked once we got back in the tent. Like, that was probably the worst idea that we've both ever done.
Yeah.
It blew our minds on commentary.
Well, this is for TV. I gotta look good. I gotta show out.
You did not look good doing that.
I didn't give up.
We should have adopted Justin's technique of failing the squat, of just like with grace and aplomb. So going on squat first, that I actually forgot about that because I was so fixated on the stones.
Right.
That I thought that screwed me because afterwards, not only was I super upset with myself because and Terry and I had talked about this afterwards, like my squat prep came so far from in February, like my knee pain was so bad I couldn't do body weight squats. Like I failed a 225 squat in wraps because my knee pain was so bad. And I started seeing yeah, I know I'm preaching to the choir, Anthony, but seeing Rebecca, who was I'm thankful she was able to be there for all the athletes during the weekend, but I started seeing Rebecca twice or once every 2 weeks. And so we did that to my last AMRAP at comp weight was 6 or 7, something like that. And so like going against Jesse and Nick and Sean, I wasn't necessarily confident I would win the squat in my group, but I mean, I would have bet money that I wasn't going to zero it. And so when I zeroed it on the first event, I was just like, I am fucked. Like, and so I went back, and it took Terry and my wife helping kind of coach me to get back in the mindset that I knew to be in, but was obviously shocked because that did not go the way I thought. And so I was just like, well, better win these 4 events if I have a chance to go into the finals.
Yeah, that's actually a very tough one to zero in too, because your heat was the only one that really had any reps.
Yeah, and that's good. We had 3 of the 5 people who did a rep. And
Was there only-
Jesse did 4. What an idiot. He did way too many, way more than he had to.
Also, he strict press a steer dumbbell too.
Yes, I know. He did that right in front of me because I think I was next. And I was just like, oh God, I'm in trouble.
But Dan, you end up having the toughest group technically because you took 3rd, Jesse took 4th,
Yeah.
Hein took 5th. So that was
We had
that group.
Yeah.
3 of the top 5 were in my group, which I'm pretty proud of that.
Again,
Stroking
how
off.
how the fuck do you predict that shit? That is nuts to me that happened. Like,
Nah.
it's crazy. That's. I mean, again, that's why I actually am inclined. I'm changing the heat system. We had fun with it. We paid homage. Now it's time to do something better.
Yeah. I like the idea. I don't know if you talked about them publicly, so I don't go into detail, but I like the ideas that we talked about.
Yeah. I think I'm going with that for sure.
All right, Justin, your regrets. Tell us now. Oh, you're muted, Justin, for some reason.
What are you doing?
Ooh. All right, here. Let's go to Jordan when Justin's fixing his sound. Jordan, your regrets.
My regrets would be finally starting training about 6 or 7 weeks out, seriously, like I do every prep. Because I'm always like, I might take this serious. And then like 6 weeks out, I finally get the itch to like, okay, prep's going decent. Maybe I should turn it up. And then it's usually too late. So that would be.
Start a little earlier.
I didn't train stones the whole prep because I hate training stones. It takes so long, and mine sit outside all year, so they're just complete dog shit.
How many reps you get on the stone at the clash?
I picked it up.
Oh, okay. Just wondering. I was wondering about that technique.
So I loaded it, but I couldn't triple extend, and I forgot my belt. Me and Bob had like a 7-sentence conversation in the middle of me lapping the stone because I was like, fuck, I forgot my belt. And then Bob went to grab his belt. He was going to take it off and give it to me. And Bob was like, well, then I won't have a belt. And I was like, all right, I'll just try it. And then I put it down.
So 0. The answer would be 0.
Yeah, 0 reps.
Okay.
Zero
That's
reps.
That was a really long way to say 0.
Well, I said 0 first, and then because me and Bob really did have a conversation.
That's a pretty cool tidbit, though. That's kind of cool.
All right, is Justin back?
Any more?
All right, here, we're going to do a quick pause. All right, and we're back. Justin, tell us your regrets.
Boom. Biggest regret, training squat at all during prep. If I would have just, knowing what I know now, if I would have just cut it out, it would have probably saved me a lot of physical issues, or I would have been able to focus. Cause I was really, I think for the most part, focused on the squat for like static everything. And like, I didn't really deadlift much. I did that. I just kind of like focused. I was like, I just need to get reps. And then I like didn't even come close. Like as soon as I picked it up, I thought about just putting it back in the rack, but I was like, no, I'll give it a shot. And on like halfway down, I'm like, nope, I'm done. And then just dropped it and walked away.
So graceful.
Like, oh, I know. And then I saw McKeegan when McKeegan zeroed it. I was like, oh, we'll be okay. You know, at least I'm not out.
Oh my goodness.
Because I was like, well, because I was expecting him to get like a couple 3 reps because he's a pretty good squatter.
Yeah.
And And then Tyler, he's like, oh, I did a pause. Like, no, you didn't, man. You were fighting that.
He did. He did. He was like, I was waiting for a pause, y'all.
I was waiting for an up call and I didn't get her. You know?
Get her done.
Oh, wait, back up. I think one of my top thing from Clash is beating Tyler by like 1/10 of a second on the press medley.
Ooh.
Just because he talked so much. He's like he was so confident he was winning that in our heat. And I beat him like a 1/10 of a second. And yeah, he won't say he's mad about it, but he was mad about it.
Who had the was Cogden and Dan had the fastest, or the two fastest?
I had the fastest.
Nice. Congrats.
Where
Dan.
I am weak, then I am strong. I went from almost zeroing 290 log in 2020 to winning press medleys.
Wild.
All you did was fix that shaky leg bullshit.
Well,
Yeah.
And I guess I think I'm the last one for the regrets. And I think really quickly, last regret is not being out there on the field with you guys. I think I just was way too gun ho, way too focused on like just beating my body to shit and trying to come in not too good of a shape, but just like needed to hit certain training things. I should just took a chill pill, probably take a few days extra rest, too much lower back intervention. And that's how I hurt my back twice. So that's kind of did it, but it won't happen again. Knock on wood.
I know last time you said this isn't supposed to be about you, but out of sincere curiosity, what did you do anything different? Like, was there any different method that you've done? Because obviously your track record speaks for itself. Like you know what you're doing. So I'm curious if with what you just said, if there's something you tried to implement or maybe took out that you had done in the past.
No, I hurt my forearm. So I was going to my PT. And even when I go to my PT, she also works on my back, like dry needling, working on my hips and stuff like that. And then I was like, well, you know what? I should just double up on the chiropractor because it's right next door. So I was going to the chiropractor too often. Normally I do like every other week or even like 2.5 weeks, but I was going like every week. So I think it was just too much lower back intervention. And then I was squatting and deadlifting both in the same week leading up to. Sometimes I would deadlift twice a week and squat once. So it was like 3 compound movements within the week. So I think I just overdid it, overtrained, and it cost me.
Sounds like how I used to train. I can tell you probably over.
Yeah, that's what I found. I mean, this prep was probably the first prep that I had seen someone regularly. And while at first it was mostly with Rebecca, it was mostly like treating existing issues, but then it got to the point where it actually became prehab, where it's like, no, nothing's bothering me, but like, hey, this is a little bit tighter. But there were sometimes, just because of schedule issues, like I had to see her maybe twice in 10 days as opposed to twice within 18 to 20 days. And it did kind of feel like almost like I was feeling too good or too loose, and which is a weird feeling probably for a lot of strongmen.
Type back to strong back. I've always said that.
Yeah. Where it's like, wow,
you don't want to lose back. You do not want to lose back.
But I put it out there that like my best when I feel the best, I'm going every other week. And that's like the chiropractors, PT, sauna, body work, and I was doing all that too much. I
have big news. Oh, that reminds me. It's talking about competing. Well, I have a regret, and then I have something cool.
All right, go ahead. It's your turn.
Here's my regret. I didn't load that circus dumbbell that Nick Myers attempted. That's my regret. That's the one thing all weekend that I was upset about. Like, literally, I could have been happier with everyone.
Oh,
what?
You about lost your shit on live TV.
Keywords about.
Almost.
I know, but you about did it.
But I mean, other than that, I couldn't be happy. Everybody, the volunteers, people on my team, people that came in, like you guys all fucking killed it. I said it a million times, but like, what a weekend, man! That if you guys did not do what you did in them finals, we don't exist right now. So
hey,
hey, Jordan, really quickly, your iPad's trying to come onto the chat. Is that someone else or is that you?
That's me. Try to let me in there.
You want me to let you in?
Yeah.
It's obviously not. Is it you?
All right,
Yeah, it's me.
And that was a hoot. All that stuff right there. What a great time, great stories everyone missed while we were off screen. Anyway, so we're back. That was that question. My next Clash question, and I want 100% honesty. You, Dan Hughes, Justin Loy, Jordan Donaldson, you are all in charge of Clash starting today, what's one thing you would change immediately? Can't say squat.
How about, can I say something?
You can't say squat. Like
No.
I'll
All right,
allow
here,
it.
when they think, I'll let them think, but I have a good one.
Yeah.
I thought you had too many banners in the back. I know you for marketing purposes, but like last year you had people in the hills kind of like cheering on. I think there wasn't enough spectator area for people to stand around.
yeah.
I know you had to get the banners out for the marketing, but I think there just should have been more viewer friendly areas so people they can stand on and cheer.
Well, it's not just marketing; it's contract too. It's not like we're doing it ourselves. So we sold that space to these companies. So that's why we enclosed in the arena. And while we liked that aesthetic last year, there was too much stuff going on in the background, like where it didn't look quite in line. Right? So we gotta block that stuff out. But I do agree. If we can find a way to get that kind of signage and more fans visible, that's
Yeah,
great.
that's
Because there was, and I haven't gone back. I'm really bad about this. I actually still haven't, aside from when we watched it when it aired in your living room last year's Clash. I haven't rewatched it. But from the clips I have seen, you definitely don't see how many supporters were there in person. Because there was a lot.
Yeah, there was tons. Yeah. Well, also to be fair, guys, we were getting tons of aerial shots with that crane.
No. I mean, this, like, I get, like Nick said, I get why it was the way that it was, but as long as we're talking like things to improve on, I think a way to do both, understanding the space that you sell, the marketing aspect, but also like showing that it's not strictly a televised event, like there is in-person participation.
Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. Like I said, some steps we took to mitigate that, because obviously the platform thing would be a big difference, right? There would be people right up on it. It's a little different aesthetic, but we had Aaron West. We had him riling up the crowd so that when we came back, hopefully the people could hear the crowd and kind of get a feel for it. So we tried to mitigate that, but this is a very good point. I mean, so.
All right, Justin. Yeah, we both said it.
Are you talking just the Clash like big show or Clash altogether?
Let's go all together.
So I think it'd be cool to have, and I think we talked about this, but I'm not 100% sure, to have like a tiered system to get to the finals or like get to like the big Clash show rather than just like qualifiers, where you do like a show where it goes like a kind of like a regional kind of thing, where you do like a show to a show to a show, and you have it there where you have to like compete to compete.
You advance like so.
Yeah,
I tell you right now, that is a target I have. I have a target of converting this from a qualifier system into a sport league, like a league. Like, so I do have that in my sights right now. So yes, I do think that'd be awesome.
Jordo.
I think to do like, I know we're crunched on time, we're on TV, but to do at the beginning, bring all the athletes out with an introduction of the name. I know we did that in the press conference, but a lot of people don't follow our Instagrams and social media as much as they tuned into like ADL Live. So like, they're just like, oh, that short guy from the bald guy with the beard, how'd he do or whatever.
We aired an intro package with all your guys' names and stuff, like the whole thing. Like everybody said where they're from, their name, right before you guys started.
Okay. See, I'm the same with Dan. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh yeah, that was a decision. I didn't want to eat airtime doing intros when we could do a prepackaged thing, and I thought it looks more professional doing it that way, anyways, like they do in the NFL as they're playing.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, they're definitely. I didn't know you did that, so my bad.
Oh no. Hey, that's fine though, because that I got that feedback last year though. So this is why I do this. I love the feedback because that's the only way I'm going to get better.
Also, it would be kind of me and you have talked about it, like straight WWE entrances, music,
Sunday, yeah.
pyro.
I
want to come out in sparks like Goldberg.
I want that for everyone, and we will get there someday.
And when I'm out of the army, I will compete in makeup like Sting.
Hey, you could do the what is it, the bash? That's what Bash at the Beach, where he wrestled in the face paint and the little short blonde hair. Clash of the Coast, Bash at the Beach. That's a Sting thing right there.
All right, I think that kind of wraps up
that's Clash.
Our Clash section. So now we got to move on to some fan questions. So we got a few. So This one is for Justin because he's our resident Star Wars expert. So marry, fuck, kill, Justin. Jar Jar Binks, Jabba the Hutt, or Chewbacca.
Justin doesn't know who those people are.
All right, Dan.
Wait.
Dan's actually our Star Wars expert. So Dan, take it away.
That was Jabba I was talking
Sorry, you're gonna have to repeat the question because when you said Justin is a resident Star Wars fan, all I saw was red, and
I was
stopped
super
hearing
confused for a second.
Hey, yeah, can't be way to research. Do your research.
Well, it was a joke.
I know.
It's gonna be a marry, fuck, kill between Jabba the Hutt, Jar Jar Binks, and Chewbacca.
Kill Jar Jar, 100%.
Racist.
Marry Boba, and fuck Jabba. I mean, he's got the money. You got something good's got to come out of that.
Can we get
Oh,
back?
I said Jabba the Hutt, not Boba.
I thought you said the third one was Jabba the Hutt. I thought the third one was Boba.
No, I said
Chewbacca.
Jabba the Hutt, Jar Jar, and Chewbacca.
Oh, we'll still marry Chewbacca because I mean, he's loyal and loving.
All right.
He's a good partner.
But
And I got a little bit of. I think I have a streak of Han in me, so we'd get along just great.
All right. So this question is for
pick a lane, Dan. You hold on, time out. Pick a lane, Dan. You can't be a Sith and Han.
I said a streak. I didn't say I identify.
You love no. You pick one or the other. All right. Sith
Han
are
is a
very.
scoundrel.
Nope. One of them dealing absolutes though, so there's no room for a little bit of Han. That's what makes him a Sith, Dan.
All right. So question for Dan, Justin, and Tony.
Got him.
At what level?
Memorialize this moment.
This is not the platform. We will continue on with the podcast, and I will take this conversation offline.
Can I ask my question now?
Absolutely.
All right. This is for Justin, Dan, and Anthony. At what level do you need to join the Army fitness team? Does it require a pro card?
All right. There's several answers to this. There's the original answer, and then the pussification answer. The real answer was I had to win a world title to get on here. So yes.
Asterisk. Put an asterisk on Anthony's answer. As the current and only leader of the Warrior Fitness team, you have to be able to demonstrate that you can compete at a national and ideally international level within your specific sport. Right now, we are limited to CrossFit and strongman/strongwoman. And while the term compete at a high level is somewhat relative, I mean, we have had, as Anthony alluded to, world champions. We have multiple national champions. And as of now, all 4 strongman/women have all earned their pro status either before they came to the team or within the first couple months of being on the team.
Very successful team when it comes to
yes. So, because ultimately, our job is to market the Army as the service of choice through our passion of fitness, whether that's CrossFit or Strongman, or now we're starting to venture a little bit into the powerlifting community. But so it's not, a lot of people get it twisted as like, oh, I'm fit in the Army, which is great. And we love to see that. We love to encourage and promote, soldiers being extra fit. But ideally, we're trying to prove that we can be good soldiers and also compete at a high level at the civilian level. Like we have multiple CrossFit.
Camby, did someone named George Fruth ask this question? Because I feel like there's some free advertising going on right now.
No.
Yeah, no
it
shit.
was I think it was a guy that wants to actually join the team. So
it's a good question.
DM you, Dan?
No, I mean, I get this question a lot, both through work and also through my personal Instagram.
I'm watching you.
Justin, is there anything you want to comment?
I mean, well, besides Anthony's world title,
why is that an asterisk? That's the thing to put.
I mean, when we
Wait,
went,
which
there was
one?
only
Which one? Because
what?
you gotta be more specific.
Talking to these guys.
I can't hear you over the child.
I said you got to be more specific with my world titles. I have so many.
Oh, sorry. First or second.
So many. Can't count past 2.
I mean, when I'd only been to nationals, which I think at the time was possibly the next highest selection there. So I think it's based off of what's, what your level is now. Like, I think there's more people, I could be wrong, more people doing strongman, like competing a little bit higher than what they were at the time, like when the team was first started. So there may be more to choose from. And I think it's all like situational based.
Yeah. So end of the day, my first thing was wrong. I mean, additionally, that's an unsustainable standard to have. And the best way to do it, I mean, it is what it is. The best way to do it, I mean, again, as Dan said, it's subjective. So where the needs of the Army meet the needs of the team, meet the needs to be competitive, you have to meet all three of those things. So you don't have to be the best, but you have to be competitive enough that the team needs your competitive enough to meet their needs to the Army. Boom, there it is.
All right, great answer.
Yeah.
Let's move on. This actually be a bad question for Anthony, but a good question for Dan. What are some tricks that you use to relieve knee pain from lifting so heavy in prep?
Ooh, I got one. I got it right here.
Well, I want to hear Anthony's answer before I give a real answer.
This is real. Radio fracking or something like that. They burn all the pain nerves out of your knee. That's what I'm having done.
Is that the same thing as like microfracking?
No, it's not.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
the thing you sent to us the other day.
No, they use radio waves to literally burn the nerves out of your knee, so I can feel no more pain in my knee. You guys are fucked.
That doesn't make the problem go away.
I know. I'm aware.
That's like saying I'm healthy because I don't feel pain from all the Oxycontin I'm taking.
No, but I'm at that point though where there's nothing more I can do to it, and I need a knee replacement. So this is just so I can live.
But so for me personally, what's helped is fixing imbalances in my lower body. I've historically been a very quad dominant person, hamstring dominant. And so after a while of working, not fixing those imbalances and kind of continuing with them and strengthening the strong parts and letting the weak parts stay weak, it starts to cause a lot of knee pain. And then also kind of ignoring seemingly insignificant pain and pushing through it, which is kind of what you learn in the Army. And it's like, whatever. Me and Justin joke about it all the time. Like, it hurts, but it's supposed to hurt.
That's why I'm a good strongman though.
Like in reality, like there's a difference between, the muscular pain of like getting a pump or straining through physical activity versus your knee feeling like it's going to explode. So seeking treatment sooner rather than later has helped. And then also doing stuff, kind of preventative maintenance for your knee pain. So a mistake I'd made early on is, okay, my knee doesn't hurt. So I stopped doing the things that made my knee not hurt. And then a couple months later, my knee hurts again. And then kind of going through that cycle as opposed to maintaining and keeping up with the things that help prevent the pain.
And if you out there, I definitely agree, Dan. Seeking medical care really should be one of the first steps because that's how you know. And if you don't have that medical care, you can go to www.warriorfitnessteam.com and find out how to get free medical care.
All right. So next question, I'm also going to answer it, but I want to hear you guys answer too. Someone asked, who's the craziest 105 kilo athlete and why? You can say now, current, past, present, future.
What kind of crazy? Like funny crazy?
They said craziest.
What kind of crazy? I think it depends what kind of crazy though.
Yeah, beautiful crazy.
We got a lot of crazies.
Here, I'll start because I have, and then I'll let you guys think about your answer. But I always think that that Clayton was maybe the craziest, just because he always did the biggest cuts, and just would do things. He would be like in the back of a car, just dying, and going to the actual weigh-in. He just went to the deepest extremes to cut weight, compete. And then even when he was competing, he almost looked like he had a crazy look on his eyes, I should say. So I always say that Clayton is up there in terms of the craziest, or even lack of better terms, more. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, crazy.
My big question: are we talking clinical crazy too? Because that's a whole other level of crazy. So if we throw clinical crazy in there, it's on tap potential for all of us.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy. I got a few names in mind.
All right, who you guys got?
I agree with Maddox. What Maddox said. That's how
that was her. That was her doing Chewbacca.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan's still here. Hello.
All right, what are you gonna say, Justin? Come on. I want name names.
Man, crazy. I mean,
Don't name any crazies that are gonna be crazy about it.
No.
Well, that's the real trick, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I only knew of him competing for a short time, but I could probably say Terry, only because I don't think he's actually built to be a 105 dude. So he did a lot of things to get to being a 105 dude.
Your eyes betrayed you, Justin.
I'm just saying, like, he super committed and even, said multiple times that he would do whatever it took to win.
If you're not going out on a gurney, are you really trying?
Yeah. And I mean, like, there's probably a level of dedication there that a lot of people want to do.
I would say 99.99% of people wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. That in a sick, twisted way is dedication.
How about you, Dan?
And he could be here talking about it, but he's not.
And he's not. How about you, Dan? Who you got?
I would say Deal because he turned pro, placing third at nationals, quit his job, started what is turned out to be a very successful business, but is now kind of a crazy, insane person on social media, and I stand by that.
Oh, he did it! Oh, he did it!
That's the future of becoming a 105 kilo athlete. You get into politics. That's the next evolution.
Look at this hair. Once you're done with 105s, you just go nuts.
I mean, Anthony's guilty of this too, but it is possible to be a competitive strongman, a 105 strongman, and keep personal opinions and ideas to yourself. And it doesn't make you a coward to do so.
Yeah, I had flare-ups. I got sucked in 2020 for about 6 months, pretty good.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's never your fault. You got sucked in like a tractor beam.
No.
Sons of bitches.
I never did political stuff, and then for whatever reason, when that lockdown in 2020 happened, I was sitting in my house like that cat on the keyboard meme, like just fucking.
That's the media tricking you, Anthony.
They got me. They did. They got me good. And don't worry, I got them back.
Oh yeah. How about you, Jordo?
And now he's retired and he sits at home all day on his computer anyway, but just doesn't blurt out his shit. I don't know what the question is.
Who's the craziest 105 athlete in present or past time?
Craziest like mentally or like craziest athletically?
However you define it.
These are the problems I was trying to avoid.
Hey, I got asked the question and I'm asking you guys the question.
Whoever wrote this is crazy because they didn't specify. Who is this?
Whoever wrote it. I mean, Andrew Clayton does some pretty crazy shit.
Ooh, that was my answer.
That's two, and that's it. That's it.
I mean, literally, the dude he's been a heavyweight pro, middleweight pro. He does stupid fucking
ultra marathon
weight cuts, ultra marathons, pressing records.
Is he crazy?
He did a
or is he just
24-hour. What do you do? A 24-hour row?
Yes.
And he eats ice cream and posts all of his meals. I don't even know how he eats that much when he does that, because it's like 44,000 calories in one meal.
Well, I'll tell you what, Andrew Clayton, you are a big winner tonight, and you are going to get a signed straight jacket from every single one of us. Congratulations!
And he has the little dog too, so like it just helps his persona.
Hey Anthony, did you give Terry Rady was at jiu-jitsu, so you guys' schedule mixed up. Anthony, did you give an answer?
He's like a child. Oh, I'm at jiu-jitsu, Mom.
Is that so he could fight?
Mom was late picking me up from jiu-jitsu.
Is he taking jiu-jitsu so he can fight off the haters now?
Probably. Kwando. What's the question, Nick? I'm sorry.
Did you answer crazy?
Yeah, did I? I thought I did.
Who's yours?
Andrew
Himself.
Clayton.
So
I'll jump on the Andrew Clayton band. I'm fanboying right now. I'll jump on that.
All right. So whoever wants to take this question, if you could make a ultimate 105 kilo Megazord, who would you pick for what events?
How many? Well, Megazord's 5, by the way. There's 5.
Is it Zord or Sword?
Megazord, which is the Power Rangers big guy that
he's the big Zord made up of 5 smaller Zords. And they walk in unison. They have high five.
Also, when I stepped away, Anthony, did you say Can I get a sponsorship for something?
I'll go.
I thought you said something about my satellite dish.
All right, Dan, your turn.
All right, I don't know.
Okay.
I thought I heard that
For
one.
deadlifts, Matt McKeegan.
Unlock the number 1 door.
For moving events,
Slide it to lock like that.
yours truly.
Turn it
And I don't mind saying so.
inside.
For pressing can be.
The first friend to join us on the playground is gonna be
For stones,
Someone mute Jordan, please.
spin him around.
stones is a toss up.
Whoa,
because
he's getting really busy.
It's like a max stone, you have Josh Isel
Right, let's set George
Ooh.
big right here.
and even Dirks if he was to ever cut down again. I know he doesn't like to do that often.
And lock
But
it
if it's
with
for reps, you also have somebody like Bob, who apparently is a crazy person, and can just load them all day.
Smart.
But
I see 4 people who should not be picked for stones, actually.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
You're talking about yourself, right?
Oh no, I'm not in the equation. I'm talking about you, Mr. Can't Finish.
What? I rarely lose stones. I'm either first or second.
My most recent memory is you losing it though.
I took second.
That's first loser.
I don't know what's the 5th event category.
We didn't say category. We just said pick 5.
Okay, then
Whose brains?
Isaac for sandbag to shoulder and squats. He's decent at squats if he has to do that too. And any other malfeasance for malfeasance's sake.
Knew you were going there, Dan.
All right, here, hold on.
I kind of wanted you to.
Okay,
Sure,
go.
let's talk.
All right.
What a good thing. All right.
All right.
Oh, man, we didn't even get
This
to talk
question
about
is for
whoops.
Anthony from himself. Anthony, who do you think you are? What's the big idea? What gives you the right?
Did I really ask this?
Yes, you wrote like
When did I ask? I know when I asked this.
you asked this when I put out what questions you want to hear from the panel, and you put out this for myself.
I think I was busy that night, and I was in a different dimension.
Ah.
Was this in Erie?
No, I was just. I was, I just was chilling and
What
decided.
were you doing?
And then
You know what? I don't fucking care. I was on shrooms.
He's
yeah,
retired. He can say that.
Yeah. Did I text you that, or I put?
no, you put that in whatever thing I did on IG, the poll questions. Like
I was having an experience, guys. I tell you.
hey, the question from Mike Gonzalez is, Jordan, do you still use his HBO Max?
Absolutely.
Nice.
It was a deal he made.
When are you about to lose that? Aren't they? Aren't they taking away the share?
Yeah. And then the last question that we have for tonight is for everyone is, what does the future hold? What do you guys have planned? What does the off-season training look like? So give us a little blurb in terms of your off-season. What are you guys planning on doing next?
Who's gonna win
And-
midterm elections? Yeah.
So let's start with Anthony. What does the future hold?
Oh, why you? All right. Yeah, we got a bunch of Clash coming up this summer. We got the shows. Just kind of build off. We're trying to build off each show with momentum for the next show. Trying to treat these regionals as we're editing and filming as TV. So everybody now is going to be doing the 2-hour. That's our standard now for all these comp is 2 hours, because I'm trying to put everyone on TV. So through the summer, hopefully close some things like that. And then I'm just got the gym opening, going to Norway, and I don't know. I'm gonna get a motorcycle because these goddamn democratic fucking gas prices.
How about you, sorry, how about you, Justin?
Jordan or Justin?
Let's do Justin first.
That's right, Dan. These gas prices push me back.
So
Read a
I'm
book.
going to
Read a book.
take some time to get my body fixed, and got my house sold maybe, and I don't know, probably compete sometime this fall. See how things go.
You gotta compete one time at least. I feel like.
Maybe
No.
might be done. We don't know.
Finalists are coming back.
I'm a coach
Jordan,
now.
I really hope Jordan. I need you to look at me and tell me you understand that finalists are not coming back.
I know, but I love telling everybody that because they literally believe me every time I say it. And I'll get
They do.
12 messages. I mean, yeah, they're coming back.
No, finalists are not coming back.
And it's the same as like everyone thinks I'm doing OC next weekend.
Me too. I'm in.
Hey, that turned out to not be a gimme show though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we talk about that, or is it too far away?
No,
Or
go ahead.
is the athlete list out? Like, let's take our predictions.
Well, we have
Oh yeah.
the kind of top guys. You have like Casey Garrison, you have Jesse Nelson, you have Bob Schwantz, you have Tyler Pruitt, and then those are the guys.
Jesse Nelson's going.
I already said Jesse Nelson.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know
So-
the rest of them kind of don't.
So it's already. So to me, it looks like it's starting off kind of like how it was last year, where there was basically 4 guys fighting.
Hey,
spots.
Terry asked if he can join the podcast at the last minute.
No, tell him no. Tell him no.
No.
There are
I
rules.
I already said yes.
Too late. I don't care.
He's not on here. He
Nope.
has the invite.
No, he chose to.
Jiu-jitsu.
I texted him Friday saying, "Hey, we rescheduled for Tuesday."
Yeah, but
Well,
he had a carpool with Steve's mom.
But
Like you
but
said, the name of the group is literally the time and the date.
Do you know why we had to carpool? You know why we had to carpool? Because these prices that are raised by these Democratic legislatures.
But if Casey Garrison makes weight and does a good job making weight, he could at least get podium. He's a good
He
athlete.
could. He's a hell of an
All right,
athlete.
there's one of those crazy things right there. What did he weigh?
He's cutting down from like 290.
Yeah, he
the
was
start.
almost
He's-
300, man.
What you guys think? How's he gonna do? Is he gonna make the weight, or
I don't think he's gonna beat Jesse, but I think he could put.
I've heard he's came down one time before and he didn't do well.
I was gonna say that's a
Yeah.
big, that's a big weight cut.
But I think this was
Yeah.
gradual. This was more gradual, I think, though. And he's very good at throwing. He's probably going to win the one arm toss because that's
He's
that's
pretty
his
good at throwing.
wheelhouse. Yeah.
That's the stupidest event you've ever came up with.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
I
Why don't-
agree.
Why don't you guys like it?
It's
Because
just-
it's a one-arm
Time
sandbag
out. Time
toss.
out. Give me
This
a
is the
good
Highland
reason.
Games.
Give me a
This is
good
the Highland-
reason why you don't like it.
Because it's gonna make me fucking Stephen Hawkins. Because every time I do this, it snaps my neck so bad that I'm gonna be fucking.
All right. So I said, give me a good reason, somebody.
You
because
know that's
it's
what
not gonna
Stephen
make it's not a good event
Hawkins
that like
wasn't
helps you
paralyzed.
compound strength over
Huh?
time. You just do something very specific
I was
that's
talking
not
about
really
the-
good for our overall progress as an athlete.
So I should only give you guys events that you can do a
Well, I'm
John
holding
Meadows
that up
program
for
for.
Like
No.
like Max
Wait.
Log is fun. Max
I'm
deadlift.
almost
You
done.
know what I think's fun? Giving
Heavy
everyone a
yoke.
break in the middle of a fast-paced show.
What is it?
I think it's fun giving everyone a break in the middle of a fast-paced show.
Oh.
Hold on, Jordan keeps you're a little loud here. Can you say that again, Anthony?
Jordan, shut up.
Sorry, say it again, Anthony.
I said I'm a fan of giving athletes like a break in the middle of a fast-paced, heavy show. And I'm a fan of doing things differently that no one's doing, because if you're just doing the same thing everyone else is, if you don't. And
Like throwing?
And-
Like throwing?
it's not the same thing, because you're not bitching about throwing fucking the way it is. It's a different thing.
I'm bitching
And-
about all throwing.
And you can't keep doing the things that people have done when it hasn't succeeded. So you got to change things up, shake it up a little bit.
Define succeeding in regards to an event. I
Bring
mean,
back-
it seems like throwing with two hands has been quite successful over the
Yes.
last several millennia in regards to ancient strength sports, but I digress.
Yeah,
All right,
it's end of the day. I like it. It's fun.
All right, Dan.
Hey,
what's
Bring back truck pull.
Never. That's something that will never happen in
Oh
class.
my God! All right,
Oh, because I suck
Dan,
at
give
it.
us your
I can't
future.
fucking-
Give us your future. Tell us now.
Next planned show will be ASM, which is October 1st, I
Oh,
believe. And then until then, Terry and I are working on addressing weaknesses and weak points, but not in the sense of like, oh, I suck at stone, so I'm just going to do more stone, but kind of addressing the root of why my weaknesses are my weaknesses, and easing into several blocks of training, a lot of isometric stuff this week and next week, and then we'll go from there.
I like it.
So hopefully I'm good at stones by the time October comes. But also, I hate power stairs, so we should just quit that. Also,
We should do power stairs.
Oh,
Can be.
we
Terry
are doing
said
power
Terry
stairs.
said to let him in.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a second. We're gonna get Jordan. Jordan, tell us your future. Here. Jordan, tell us your future plans, and then we'll let Terry in to and then we'll end it.
yeah. End it. Susie gets in, Campy. Just end the
Well,
thing.
we'll let him talk for like 2 minutes, and then
Just say no. Ask him, hey Terry, how you doing? As he's talking, click end it. Do it.
All right, Jordan, what are your future plans? Tell the people what they can expect.
I think I'm going to do Denver or Waco right now. That's the two I'm looking at. I haven't decided which one. I could be out in OC this weekend. I don't know. I'm going to still play that card. But that's my future plans right now. You asked about off season. There's not really an off season now with the regionals, and we got to qualify again as finalists. So we just got to go right back into it. Anthony hates us. And
choosing to do that, you could wait till February if you wanted.
Yeah, let's wait till the last second, because then if you don't qualify, you're fucked.
Somebody's going to do it, obviously, because it's going to be a competition held.
Yeah, I mean, it's not strategically smart.
Or you get a big off season if you do this first one, then you have like 11 months.
Yeah, see, that was my plan.
Don't accuse me of taking your off season away when I gave
that.
You
I don't ever have an off season. I don't have a prep season either. I just kind of wing it.
And then
Just wang it. Just throw it in there.
And then
it gets more hickish as the sun goes down.
And then for myself, I'm going to keep your eye out for some seminars. I'm going to be doing some in July and August, and then I'll be at America's Strongest Man, World's Strongest Man. And Terry Rady, finish the show. Tell us why you weren't here on time.
Did your mom pick you up late?
No, I have a jiu-jitsu competition in July that I'm getting ready for. So
Deborah, damn it.
Deborah would never live in Texas. She is a diehard liberal. She would never live. Deborah would try to burn this state to the ground.
You know what's wrong with the liberals is they ruin my time because I have to pay so much for gas. Their stupid legislation. They're trying to kick a can down the road and worry about these women when my gas prices are rising, and I don't like it.
Dan's trying to bite his tongue as much as he can right now.
Because Dan loves these high gas prices.
He does.
I would rather have high gas prices than another incident that happened.
Hey, listen, nobody has any right. I just need to eat gas. That's what we need to get to.
They're distracting us with fucking Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
It is. It's a bunch of actors in that field pretending like they were shooters.
Hold on. Listen, since when does Furman care about gas prices and liberals? Because
he's trying to get a rise out of me.
Liberals are responsible for the reason that the best drugs are legal. So you're welcome.
He's trying to get a rise out of me.
Let me explain something.
This whole time.
I was pushed to the left in 2020. Now I'm right back to the right where home belongs.
All right, Terry Rady, finish the show off. Tell us what we need to know.
Dude, hold on. What about freaking old boy from Canada, Matt Holland?
Yeah,
right?
Dude.
Mitchell Hooper.
Mitchell Hooper. Wow.
Guess what, Terry? Guess who predicted he was going to win his group? Guess who predicted?
You also predicted that Evan Singleton was going to win World Championship. Way missed the mark on that one.
And he's got a witch's curse.
Hey, so far, Anthony, I still have my 3 finalists alive. So
fuck, you're right.
I'm gonna get my belt.
I'm gonna make my prediction. Kevin Ferris, minimum top 5.
Minimum.
Is Matt Holland even a competitor? Did you just make that up?
That's just some guy on Instagram, right? Is that something you just saw?
Mitch Hooper, Matt Holland, fuck it. Close enough.
I don't know. I'm asking you. It just sounds like a random name you would see on Instagram or something.
It's Terry Holland's brother, Matt.
Shut up.
There's Matt, Terry, Jerry, and Gary.
Don't forget about Larry.
And Larry Holland.
Barry.
Do they have a cartoon?
Yeah, it's like a big thing in the UK.
Their sister Cherry.
You wouldn't understand.
Cherry. Well, she's definitely a prostitute.
Well, guys, this was another fun time. Maybe in another 10 episodes we can get together. This is episode 19.
Hey,
so
as long as we still got working internet, all them immigrants come and taking my Wi-Fi.
All right. And I was trying to be sincere. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to the channel. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so you can listen, and make sure you press that little dingy button so you get alerted every time our episodes come on YouTube. Ready? And for next time, stay strong.